Alright, let's learn how to soften skin, shall we? So we have our photo, and the first thing you want to do is take the layers and make two duplicates. So right click, duplicate layer, right click, duplicate layer. Alright, so we have three of the same thing. We're going to hide the top layer by clicking the eyeball, and with the second layer selected, and we're going to change the blending mode to darken. And then we're going to apply a filter blur to this. So let's go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And we're going to give it a good old-fashioned 40, something like that. Hit OK. And we're going to take the opacity of that layer and drag that also down to about a 40. Alright, so if I hide that, right, we can see the softening is starting to take place. Now, let's hide that middle layer, reveal the top layer, change that layer to lighten. We basically do the opposite now. And we're going to apply a Gaussian blur as well. So same thing, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. This time we're going to do, instead of 40, we're going to give it a little more blur. So we'll do a 60 on the lightening. Hit OK. And let's go ahead and hide the bottom layer so that the only thing that's visible right now are these two blurry layers. And let's select the top layer and make a new blank layer by selecting this little page icon. And now we're going to hold the Alt key down and go to Layer, Merge Visible. And that will take those two layers and merge them into one. So now let's hide those two and reveal the photo. Let's drag the photo layer right underneath that. So now we have a blurry layer and this layer. And let's take that blurry layer, and I'm going to click the word opacity and drag to the left until I think I'll go to around a 40. Okay? So now that this skin is softened, we just want to add a mask here. So you hit the add mask, and we're going to paint black just on the areas of importance that have lines in them. So I don't want to soften the eyes, right? So I want those lines nice and crisp, just like that. And I'll shrink it down a little bit, hit the hair, the eyebrows, important. I'll hit the nose. Lines on there are important. The lips. And the clothes. So if I hide that, here's what it looked like before. Harsh skin, and now it's softened it out. Okay? Mine happens to have a little green tinge to it, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to select my blurry layer and go to Image Adjustments, Hue and Saturation. I'm going to go down here to Greens and bring the saturation level over to the left, and that will get rid of a lot of that green. Also, I'll do the same thing with cyan. Bring that saturation over to the left, hit OK. There we go. That's how you smooth skin.